What's going on, YouTube? FireRed back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a blast from the past. We're going to be talking about one of the all-time great gaming handhelds of all time. One of the gaming systems that started it all when it comes to the 3DS, the DSi, the 3DS XL. We have the Nintendo DS Lite, the second iteration of Nintendo DS's in the Nintendo DS family. Now, me personally, I owned a Nintendo DS Lite when I was about 15, 16, 14, those ages. I played Pokemon Diamond on release. I played Pokemon Heart Gold and Platinum, all on my blue Nintendo DS Lite. And what I remember the most about it, most vividly, is the fact that the top screen was very floppy. Very loose hinge that I had with that system, but I played a lot of Pokemon on there. I remember wanting a Nintendo DSi at the time, but they were going for about 180, and there was no way I was gonna come up with 180 in that time. During that time, there was no way I was gonna come up with that money. I remember seeing them at Target and just, feeling hopeless. But anyways, this is the Nintendo DS Lite. I picked this one up on OfferUp for about $60 with the Pokemon FireRed game included. Now, this is a repro, that dude told me, but this itself looks pretty good too. Now, you guys remember the conversation about real versus fake Pokemon games. For the Game Boy Advance games, I don't really care, but for games like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, these are repros. It do matter because you can't use a Pokewalker, even if you've got a Pokewalker that you want to use with it. So here's the Nintendo DS Lite that I purchased. Mind you, I got it for a very good price, $60. And when I opened this thing up, it doesn't look to be too far behind the 3DS. It doesn't look like it's that much older. It doesn't look old at all, I should say. It doesn't look old at all. That's what I should say. It looks like a very sophisticated device. Even though the 3DS adds a lot of refinement to the systems, I feel like the Nintendo DS Lite really mastered portability. I feel like Nintendo mastered a lot when they created this system, even though it was only the second iteration of the Nintendo DS. I feel that me personally, in my teenage years growing up, I gained a lot of enjoyment just using my Nintendo DS Lite. And the one that I had, I never had to purchase another one, even though the screen was flopping around. I never had to purchase another one. And it pretty much fulfilled all the needs that I had when it came to gaming. So right now I'm just cleaning it up a little bit, as you can see, because I bought this unit secondhand. So I just like to come through with some alcohol and just, get inside the crevices. A lot of people don't clean their touch screens. I like to just take care of that and just see, what I'm saying, before we power it on. Even though I have powered it on, but for the sake of the video, let's just clean this bad boy up, man. It deserves some tender love and care. And over here in FireRed 6 world, we take care of our devices, man, the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's like a spa over here. It's like a device retreat, you know what I'm saying? So as we get things done, I just want to keep talking to you guys about the Nintendo DS Lite. I had one that had the blue shell over top, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with that thing, man. I remember getting Heart Gold. I remember Pokemon Platinum. Platinum was the last game that I played with mine, and I got a lot of use out of that thing. That was a good time for me. Person did not include a stylus, but he included FireRed. So which one would you rather, a stylus or Pokemon FireRed? We got to be practical, we got to be realistic, and we got to be appreciative of everything. You know what I'm saying? So don't throw away the whole system because you're lacking something small. Don't throw away the whole program or the whole person or whatever just because you're lacking 5%, and that stylus is 5%. Let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up for the first time. Go ahead. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to do that over because I'm just too busy with it, you know? Go ahead and shut yourself off real quick. Go ahead and clock out for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wipe everything down. I got Pokemon FireRed loaded up on here. And more about the Nintendo DS Lite. I feel like it was ahead of its time. Just me holding one now in 2024. The DS Lite, I feel that it was ahead of its time. Honestly, just maybe we came from a better time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe life was just a little bit more enjoyable back then. Maybe we appreciated things more because this right here is before the iPhone. This is before the iPhone. This is before Android. This is when you had to text your crush or your girlfriend on BlackBerry Messenger or Facebook, not Facebook, MySpace. You know what I'm saying? And because we had such less options, so many fewer options with technology, a device like this could really shine in that time. All right, so remember this interface, you guys. Start GBA game, Pitdo chat, DS download play. Remember that? We got the clock on here. There was an alarm. I'm good on the alarm. That's a pretty nice feature. Pretty generous of them to include an alarm for us. We got a brightness feature. Okay, that's bright enough, right? Let's get into that Game Boy game, that Pokemon FireRed. And then like just the fact that these included a GBA slot when nowadays you get a game system, even though you have Virtual Console, you're not getting a GBA slot at all. You're not getting nothing like that. Now let's go to the settings, top screen for the GBA. Wow, and look, that alcohol really cleaned this thing up as well, you guys. But we're gonna get into that Pokemon FireRed that we got in here. Wow, I haven't seen that in a while. Even with the games that I emulate on Nintendo 3DS or the Virtual Console, I haven't seen that. Am I tweaking? So we got Pokemon FireRed. FireRed, guys. Managed to get out of Viridian Forest after wandering about. Took on Pewter City Gym Leader Brock Onyx with Charmander and won tenaciously. Departed the gym in Pewter City. Managed to get out of Mount Moon after wandering about. So they didn't make it through Mount Moon. Oh, saved the game at Mount Moon. So he's about to select 2 fossils. I could just continue his game. But let's check out this Pokemon. He managed to catch a Pikachu in Viridian Forest. Got him a level 22 Charmander with It's Poisoned. Spearow, Weedle. So that's a pretty tough Charmander. My man's got a pretty decent game save going on right now. Now with the DS Lite, the first thing that pops up to me is the size of the screens. The screens aren't as large as they are in the 3DS, but they are a little bit sharper. Yeah, this brings me back, man. I wish I could heal up these Pokemon. Is there a potion? No, it's not much you can do here. You know, you hope you could just get out the cave at this point. I think you beat Team Rocket. I always got the Dome Fossil to get a Kabuto. Did I see antidote in that bag? Yeah, it's an antidote. So we're on that Nintendo DS Lite right now. And we just picked up another antidote. They probably knew he was gonna get poisoned. But he's pretty much on his way out. I knew it. I knew it. How did I know? Let's save the game right here. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So we got Pokemon FireRed right here. Let's take one of these Pokemon Heart Gold. And it just seems like the Nintendo DS cartridges just fit so much better in the original Nintendo DS. I swear when you try to put one of these in the 3DS, it's kind of, it's a little bit of resistance here. See how it's like going in crooked? Me just trying to get that inside this one, it just falls in. That's actually crazy to me. But then if I try an OEM cartridge, it falls straight in. So that's the difference with the Repro cartridges. It's like, I don't know. You gotta protect your game slot because they can malfunction on you. Even though I'm running mostly digital stuff, you want your cartridges to work, you know? All right, that's Heart Gold. That was the Repro Heart Gold, you know what I'm saying? Let's try the Soul Silver Repro. It just falls in. So, Repros run much better on the DS Lite, guys. Remember I told you that. You heard it here first. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in the comments talking about, oh, bro, you're not cleaning it properly. I'm doing my best, okay? Do I have a game save on any of these? Here we go. There go my game save. Oh, you see my ta-da-da? Yeah. Heart Gold the way it was intended, baby. Soul Silver, rather. Yeah, this device is truly ahead of its time. Just the fact that you could have the Game Boy Advance cartridge in the bottom, right? But then have the Nintendo DS game, probably Platinum, probably Pokemon White or Black 2 or Heart Gold or Soul Silver. You kind of can't beat it in a sense because you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting Game Boy Advance. On top of that, you're getting Nintendo DS games. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Now, let's go ahead and pop in some Sonic Colors. You guys always watch me play Sonic Colors on my 3DSs. Let's see how Sonic Colors runs on this native system. And wow, I got that DS so clean at this point. So fresh and clean at this point. Look at Sonic Colors on the DS. And I love the interface. I love how simple the UI was. The fact that there's a calendar and a clock. And you had PictoChat. You guys remember PictoChat? I only actually played PictoChat one time. It was the Christmas of '06. And I had a Nintendo DS, the original, the silver one. And my cousin had a Nintendo DS, the original, the silver one. And we both actually ended up getting them for Christmas. And we were just playing PictoChat at Dave and Buster's. I'll never forget stuff like that. I don't forget stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't forget things like that. We both had it, man. You remember PictoChat? Yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. The Nintendo DS Lite. Again, I'm just impressed with how portable these things are, how ergonomic, is that the word? How just nice and sleek and beautiful. You can really see how the first generation Nintendo 3DS tried to bring back that type of form factor. You can really see what they were going for with this one. You know what I'm saying? Because they're really the same size. The Nintendo DS Lite and the original Nintendo 3DS. They're really the same size. They really tried to maintain that form factor. I don't know what spurred them to create slightly chunkier consoles, but they definitely did. And, you know, I don't mind. But this is actually a little bit smaller, but they appear to be the same size. Now, when you open up the 3DS, they definitely only improved on their situation with the DS Lite. The only thing they added was that analog stick on the side, and then they also removed the Game Boy Advance cartridge, which I feel was, you know, probably a little bit missed, you know, but it is what it is. But in a lot of ways, they maintained the same design. But let me tell you, that screen on the 3DS is a lot sharper, and that graphical capability is welcome. So, again, it's just Nintendo doing a great job with their handhelds as usual. Nintendo does a great job with handhelds. That user interface on the 3DS, making it possible for you to keep games on your SD card, download, and have even more content on the system. Kind of puts it at an in-between point between a DS Lite, which you can't really have content on here. I know you could have stuff downloaded on your DSi, but this kind of closes the gap for a gaming device sitting in between a DS Lite and an iPhone, really, because you could have your content on here, you could have your stuff on here. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this system is so great is because this system really paved the way. You know what I'm saying? Now those same Pokemon games, I just have them on here, you know, just loaded up, ready to go. That Pokemon Gold, that Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Yellow, Red, Blue, you know what I'm saying? And as they continued, they only made it better. So the Nintendo DS Lite, Nintendo DS Nintendo 3DS, it's just a great family of systems, a great series of units, a sensational group of offerings from Nintendo. And there goes Sonic Colors, my favorite game. That's what we're gonna get into. Gonna get into that Sonic Colors, guys. It's crazy because I used to play Sonic Colors on the 3DS. This is Sonic Colors as intended. This is Sonic Colors as intended on the original 3DS. So you guys tell me what you think. DS Lite, is it worth getting in 2024? I think so. I think just for the fact that there's so many great Pokemon games, even though you can run them on your 3DS, the fact that you could buy one of these for like $40 or $50 or $60 and then still be able to pop a Game Boy Advance game in here, I feel like it's worth the money. The Game Boy Advance game you end up buying is probably going to be more expensive than the system itself. You know, whether you end up getting Emerald or Ruby or Sapphire, it's probably going to end up, you know, costing more than the actual Nintendo DS Lite. But I got this bad boy cleaned up, man. I'm happy with my purchase. $50, you know, to get a piece of the past, to get something that still works and still functions and still charges and, you know, performs well and plays the game. There's no like home screen, going back to the home screen like there is on the 3DS. You gotta just turn it off. But I really do appreciate the Nintendo DS Lite, and I'm always have that appreciation for these systems. So that's it for this video, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be back with more. So peace out.